Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your...
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the finger was right on it.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming down. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Going right back to Wilson. And that's That's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Here now, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Going to the air. Tagovailoa over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have the Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line. A run straight ahead with Achane. It'll be a pickup at 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. That's complete right around the 8. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Now Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston makes it 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts.
Touchdown! Durham Smythe, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Right back to Achane on second down. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Keep it up. Your ball, baby.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
All right, fellas. Go, 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 go.
This is brought in at the 21. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal could change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, where you see the final score there. The Bills needed a big win, and they got it, as the victory gives them a final mark of 11-6 on the year. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback, number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Two and a throw again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 30.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Hill. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Again, it's Williams. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field, downfield. And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Texans! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken a fourth quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. On first down, Tagovailoa. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half. I know they just gave up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Now Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Here's 1st and 10. Tua. Sideline throw, it's tipped, but he still got it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Tua. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tua to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go. I want to see your TV celebration dance.
Achane. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A 5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick here in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
A good opening drive so far here in overtime, looking to put the pressure on with a touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Tua completing this to Waddle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
On the other side, now guaranteed an overtime possession. Getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to put up the momentum. The offense generated one stop, and they end this game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now out comes Houston. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team are just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders also kind of happy for the world change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Nervous time now, moving the chains, an absolute must. Here's 3rd down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure, knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it. They've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Trying to keep their season alive. Down 7 in overtime. And they'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on 2nd down. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not yet.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This for a quarterback. He's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way. And they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, the change in rules from the regular season to the playoffs at least gave both teams, Charles, an opportunity, but it turns out the team who scored first got the victory.
They certainly did, partner, but it wasn't as simple as getting a quick touchdown and calling it a day, because they need a standout performance from both sides of the ball to earn this win in overtime, and they got it.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Choose the team you continue. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the Choose the team. Continue ahead.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead. It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA...
It's the second of our 2 games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple. Back to throw. Going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. They'll set up to throw. Complete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosted? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
So here's a 3rd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across. Cooks. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's in space past the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch it, Nesbitt.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. Let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take a lot of time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
They can't keep up with our attack offense. Let's go offense. This is your game to win offense.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
The Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching, and so long.
That defense can't stop you.
Choose the team you want to continue ahead to.